first step really is just figuring out what question are you trying to answer when you get there. Because a rover is not a rover, not a rover, not a rover. They're not all the same by any means. You can think about a rover almost as a toolbox. And you only have a limited amount of tools that you can take with you on the journey to go look for what you're looking for. So it's very important to be able to know exactly what you're looking for and know exactly what tools you need to find it. So the first step really is a long time in advance. Before you start designing anything, you actually have to make sure that you have the right question. After that, the next part of the challenge is making sure that there's somewhere on Mars that you can actually land on. There's certain places that you can go that are safe enough to touch down, and there's certain places you just can't. So even if you ask a really interesting scientific question, if the answer is located in a place you can't get to, then we need to start the process again. So really, it's always going to be a balance between what do scientists want to do and what can engineers actually do. First of all, we found that water used to exist on Mars. The climate used to be a lot different. So that's the first thing we learned. The second thing we learned is that there's a lot of water stored underground in the form of ice. So there's frozen water and lots of it under the surface of Mars. But finding liquid water at the surface of Mars, first of all, changes the way that we understand how this planet behaves. But also, one of the most important questions is we're looking for other forms of life in the solar system. And on Earth, every form of life that we know requires liquid water to be present. And so if we find liquid water on another planet, it doesn't mean that we'll find life, but it means that we might. I think one of the cool things is that there's a Mars map built into Google Earth. And so if you go onto Google Earth, it's actually called Google Mars. And so everyone at home on their computers can zoom in and look at where all the missions have landed, look at all the photographs we have of Mars, see what the surface looks like. And really, it's a way of exploring Mars at home. And everyone can do it, and it's free on Google Earth. The coolest thing that I can think of for the readers is that all the space agencies around the world are working on a way to get humans to Mars. Eventually, that's where we'd like to go. We're not ready yet, and we're not going to be ready for about, another probably 15 to 20 years before we're even able to start. And so it's the people that are about 10 years old, 8 to 14 right now, that are going to be the right age to be the astronauts that are selected to go to Mars. So if you start working on it now, you might be the first person to be on Mars.